The film opens in the present, out on the open ocean. Dawson is 40 years old, working as an offshore oil driller, standing on the deck at night, looking up at the stars. An explosion erupts without warning. The force of the blast throws him off the rig and into the sea. He sinks fast, disoriented, unable to breathe, the surface pulling further away. As he drops toward unconsciousness, his mind reaches back to the only time in his life when things felt right. The years when he and Amanda were together. The film moves into the past. Dawson is in high school, hanging out with his best friend Bobby, who has big news. He is going to be a father and is planning to get married. While they are talking, Dawson notices a girl across the way. Her name is Amanda. He cannot explain the pull he feels, but it is immediate and total. His nature is introverted and he holds himself back. By the time he has worked up the nerve to do anything, the moment has passed and they are already leaving. A short while later, Bobby's car breaks down on the road home. Dawson gets out to push. Then Amanda appears. She has seen them or been walking that way, and she simply joins in without making anything out of it. When the car is running again, Dawson stands there next to her with nothing happening in his mouth. He has all the pieces of a sentence, but cannot assemble them in the order that would do anything useful. Her friend pulls up before he can manage it, and she is gone. Bobby does not let this pass quietly. He tells Dawson it was obvious. She was standing right there, she was interested, and somehow he still found a way to say nothing. Dawson has no real defense. Dawson has a place he goes to when the world gets too heavy. An old water tank sitting out beyond the edge of town, where nobody comes and nobody looks for him. At school, he notices Amanda having trouble with her car. He walks over and sorts it out. His mechanical knowledge and his understanding of how things work making short work of the problem. He tells her, with an awkward honesty that is very much his style, that Bobby had called him an idiot for not knowing how to talk to her. She laughs and says Bobby is not entirely wrong. She tells him she had been waiting for him to make a move. Since he clearly was not going to get there on his own, she takes the initiative herself and asks him out for the coming Saturday. He says yes. He goes home that afternoon, and his father is there, wanting him to go out that evening. Dawson says he already has plans. His father hits him. This exchange tells you everything about how they live together. Poverty pressing in from every side, violence as a default response, a man who has built his life around criminal activity and cannot understand why his son refuses to slot into it. Dawson's mother is gone. The two of them occupy the same house, and almost nothing else connects them. This particular variety of alone, stuck inside a relationship you did not choose with a person who hurts you, is the worst kind Dawson knows. He runs. He has nowhere to go and ends up sleeping in an empty warehouse on the edge of town. He wakes up with a gun in his face. The man holding it is Tuck, who owns the building. Tuck is furious, until he sees the bruises and hears the situation. Something in him responds to Dawson with something other than hostility. He lets him stay. Tuck becomes, without either of them making a formal arrangement of it, the first adult in Dawson's life who actually looks out for him. The film returns briefly to the present. Dawson survives the explosion. He is pulled from the water and brought back to the surface, but the life waiting for him there is a quiet and hollow one. At 40, he is still entirely alone. No one waiting for him, nothing that could be called a family or a home in any meaningful sense. He did not stumble into this solitude by accident. He built it deliberately, one refusal at a time, and whether that counts as a choice or a consequence is the kind of question Dawson does not let himself sit with for long. Then a phone call changes the shape of things. Tuck has died. He had no family of his own and has left everything he owned to Dawson. Dawson goes to the funeral and walks into the room to find Amanda standing there. 20 years have dissolved between them with no warning. Back in the past, Dawson is living at Tuck's place, working on his cars as a way of giving something back. Saturday comes, the date with Amanda, and he does not show up. She finds him and confronts him directly. He explains that he does not do well in crowded places. He takes her instead to the water tank, his secret spot, and they sit together under the open sky, and something real begins between them. His father tracks him down and comes at him. Tuck steps in between them with a gun and makes Dawson's father back off. The morning after, Dawson tells Amanda to stay away from him. He says it is not safe for her to be near him, that his father is unpredictable and violent. Amanda refuses to go anywhere. She stays and keeps staying, and slowly, the thing between them becomes the most important thing in either of their lives. She starts coming to Tuck's regularly and brings warmth into the old man's quiet days. At some point, Tuck gives them the use of a house near the lake, a place that belongs to the world they are building together rather than the one Dawson came from. On Amanda's birthday, Dawson goes to her home for the first time and sees the full picture of where she comes from. Wealthy, polished, a world away from his. Her father sees the same gap in reverse and makes Dawson an offer. Money, a scholarship, a clean break. All he has to do is leave Amanda alone. Dawson walks away from the offer without a word. Back in the present, Amanda tells him that Tuck left the lake house to both of them. They go there together. They talk like people who have been waiting 20 years to say things out loud. Amanda tells him she is married with a family of her own. He tells her he is still alone. When she asks whether he was ever lonely, Dawson tells her the truth. The last time he truly fell in love was 20 years ago. He has not stopped. The story pulls back to the past again. After Amanda's father tries to buy him off, Dawson is angry. She talks him through it. They decide together that they are not going anywhere. Then the night of Bobby's wedding arrives and everything breaks apart. Dawson's father attacks Tuck. When Dawson finds out, the rage in him overcomes everything else he knows about himself. He goes to confront his father with a gun. In the chaos that follows, the gun goes off and Bobby is hit. He dies. Dawson is arrested. His father is arrested. Both are sentenced to 8 years in prison. Amanda comes every day at first. But Dawson, sitting in that cell and looking at what happened, cannot hold the idea that someone like her should be waiting for someone like him. He starts refusing visits. He pushes her away with a kind of deliberate, systematic cruelty that he probably believes is the kindest thing he can do. Eventually, she stops coming. That is the last time they see each other for 2 decades. In the present at the lake house, Amanda finally asks the question she has been carrying for 20 years. Why did he stop seeing her? Why did he push her away until she had no choice but to leave? Dawson gives her the honest answer. He did not feel worthy of her. He never did. Sitting in that cell, with a man dead because of what happened at that wedding, with his father in the cell nearby, he looked at what he was and concluded that she deserved better. Amanda listens and then tells him something he has not known. She has loved him through all of it. Through the marriage, through the years, through every ordinary day that followed the last time she stood across from him. She is not saying it to destabilize anything. She is saying it because it has simply been true, and after 20 years she is done not saying it. On their last day at the lake house, both of them know what is between them is still alive and neither of them can do anything with it. She has a family. He cannot ask her to blow that up. He lets her go. Amanda goes home and tells her husband what she is feeling. Plainly, and without apology. He dismisses it, does not engage with it, does not take it seriously. Then her son collapses. Heart failure. The situation becomes critical immediately, and the hospital cannot guarantee the outcome without a transplant. Amanda calls Dawson. They make a plan to see each other again. Before any of it can happen, Dawson's father finds him. He shoots him. The next day, Amanda learns he is dead. Her son survives surgery, a successful heart transplant. It takes some time before she understands where the heart came from. It was Dawson's. Even the last thing he had to give, he gave to her.